All right, welcome to an update on our big bridge build. Let's see, it'd be BBB, big bridge build. There we go. So I've been working on this pretty well steady since our live stream when we started it, and now I can officially say this is virtually done. There's a few things left to go, and I'll point those out here in a minute. But let me see if I can get a good shot down this way. You can see everything's nice and straight. At least I think it is. Yeah, it is. So there's a spot right here. I haven't glued yet, but I'll explain that in a minute. But anyway, so this is our two main lines above, two main lines below, elevated track. This is actually going to be down at street level, but this is our elevated level here that will connect up to that elevated track over there. So this wound up being pretty close to about 7 foot in length. It's going to be really impressive on the thing, once we get it going on the layout. I'll show you the colors and everything we've got. I went and picked up the paint today for it, and it came out, they still do have it. Not a lot of it, but they still do have some of it. So let's see here. I'm going to try to get this there's the problem. I had it sitting up on the roadbed, and now it's not, except for right here. Oh, there we go. That's going to straighten everything up. Let's see how that does now. Oh, doesn't that look much better? Sort of. No, from here it looks better. Again, the angle of the lens is just not doing a good job. So we put in all of this. All these, let me get this kind of focused in here. You can see all of this, my zigzaggies. Above and below, we've got them underneath, crossways, right here. They go this way, and then they come this way. So as you can see, we had to work that all the way down. Now, there is a gap here. I don't have these in. In fact, the I-beam isn't in right here because I'm going to paint this in two sections. This half, and then this half. And then when they're painted, I've got a big shelf that I can put it on after I get each side weathered, and I bring it all together, and then I'll glue it here and glue it there and put the I-beams across that we have to have, and which are right here. I've got all those. Everything's sitting right over here on the table. I've got my extra zigzaggies right here, cross beams right here, the I-beams. So I have my 4 I-beams and I have my 4 zigzaggies. I'll paint those separately. So when I get all of this painted, I'll paint those parts when I do it, get all this painted, get it all weathered, then I'll bring it in, glue it, put the I-beams in, glue the I-beams in here, 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 and put the zigzaggies across here and there, everything glued together. Then I'll put everything on a big shelf that I have. I'll take it down and I'll dull coat it all. Then, once we've got that done, I'll bring it back up and I'll attach the walkways. Walkways are going to be painted separately and applied separately. So because the reason I'm not going to put them on right now is because when I flip this whole thing over to dull coat the bottom side, I'm going to wind up breaking all the handrails. So those will be put on very end. The dull coat will already be finished under here, so I don't have to flip it over. I'll just be spraying and hiding the glue that I need to glue the handrails and the walkways down. So this will have to go outside twice once we get it to that point. So that's going to be a trick moving it. I'm going to have to get Gabe to give me a hand with that because this, like I said, 7 foot, and I think my shelf is about 4.5 foot. So it's going to hang over pretty serious on either end. So it's going to be a trick getting it down. This will be the biggest thing I have to move out to get done. But once it's done and it's painted, I'll show you here, painted this blue right here. It's going to be a real standout right here on the layout. It's going to be gorgeous. And then we'll start building up the area of the town on the other side of the tracks, and I'll put a piece of wood along here so we can put buildings on this side. This is going to be the poor area of town with the trains just passing over and through. So that's how this is going. I think it's going to look pretty good. Like I said, once I get this glued in, you can see where it's offset just a little bit. Once I get this glued in, it'll all be straight. Everything will be plumb. Everything will look good. And the tracks that go on top, let's see if I've got a track here. I did have a little piece of track somewhere. There it is. So I'll give you an idea of what this is going to look like. So here is All right, so that's how the track will look on top like that. It'll be there and on this other side right here, and then the same down below. Painted ties all the way across on top of that blue. I think that'll look really good. All right, so that's a pretty good update on this. I'll be painting tomorrow, painting this section down here from here all the way to there. I'll be painting it tomorrow. And then on Friday on the live stream, we'll be painting this back section right here. And then we'll be lining everything up. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to weather this, how I'm going to weather it. I might just be doing it right here. I do have enough room on the table to do each half. If I want to do it there, I probably will there. That way I can have the paints near me. But anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed the update. And it's going to look fantastic. Let me give you an idea of how it's going to look against the city background. So here's what we're going to have. This is actually kind of better being horizontal like this. You can really see the details. Just can't see the top of the buildings. But that's how we'll look with our big city and all of our big skyscrapers over here and over here. So then that's just that beautiful blue that you see tucked in right there. So it'll really stand out. Anyway, so I think I'll just give a nice pan. I've already dug the scenery material out in these spots so everything sits flush. I did the same thing over here. This only needed one for right now. So I dug it out. It's all done. And now once I get it in place, like I said, I'll use pins to hold this down in. I'll drill up from the bottom and put a pin in like every fourth just to hold it in place. The weight of the track and everything else will just hold it down, and also when we tie it in right here to the curve, it's going to keep it from moving anyway. I'll just probably put a few pins maybe in the middle then, just to keep it from walking on us. So that should do it. Anyway, so look forward to the updates on this, and thanks for watching, and I appreciate all the support you guys have had. If you've liked this series, you want to see this finished product, just be sure to like and subscribe, and that way you won't miss out on any of it. One more thing I did forget to mention, we will be lighting this up. I'm going to get lights, and I'm not sure how I'll run the wires yet, but I'll get real thin wires. We're probably going to go like this, a zigzag pattern like this, one coming on each side like that all the way down, with a little tiny light that'll come up and be good enough to shine down here. And then when I run the wires up, hidden in the channel on the back side here, I'll put a little light probably like right there underneath in the same exact spot to catch the lower track. Because I do want to have this to where when we do evening running and we have all the nice city lights on and everything, we'll be able to have this on. The whole thing will just be this beautiful lights all lit up and everything. So just forgot to mention that. All right, thanks again.